Good evening, everyone. I welcome you on this webinar on global supply chain management. I know you all are excited, but we'll wait for a few minutes for the rest of the participants to join. Good evening, everyone. I welcome you all to this webinar on global supply chain management. I know you all are excited. Let's wait for 2 to 3 minutes and then we'll start. You can all post your questions in the Q&A section and we'll address them at the end of the webinar. So let us start. Good evening. Good evening again. I'm Mitusha Mishra, currently a part of the GSCM batch 2023 batch. I welcome you all to this webinar on the global supply chain management, which is a one-year program for the working professionals. By the end of the program, the webinar, you will get wonderful insights regarding the course from the experts themselves. Also, we'll have a Q&A section at the end where you can put your questions and we'll address them. So I would like to introduce the panel present with us today. Professor Rajesh Agrawal, he is the chairperson of the one-year MBA. Professor Chandrasekhar, he is the head of the Center of the Global Supply Chain Management. And Tannu ma'am, she is a part of the admissions office. Going ahead, I would like to invite Professor Rajesh Agrawal to talk about the program structure.
Thank you very much, Mitusha, and a very good evening to all the participants who are attending the webinar today. And over the next 15 minutes or so, we will talk to you about the program and all other related issues. And you're very welcome to ask any questions, and we will answer all of them by the end of the webinar. So moving forward, next slide, please. So the first question that comes in the mind of anybody who is interested in pursuing an MBA program is, why should I join IIM Udaipur, or for that matter, any other institution that you are thinking of? We believe the program from IIM Udaipur in global supply chain is a unique MBA program, perhaps not available anywhere in the country. Now, what makes it unique is because this program is a combination of management courses and as well as the domain of supply chain. And we combine the two together, and that's what makes it unique. IIM Udaipur is a leading academic institution. And another unique thing about the MBA program at IIM Udaipur is that it's a very heavily industry-oriented program, both in the design of the program as well as in the delivery of the program. I shall be talking more about it as we go forward. Next slide, please. So this is a one-year-long full-time on-campus program, and the very first batch of global supply chain management happened in the year 2013. So currently the 11th batch of the program is in progress, and we already have over 214 alumni working in India and rest of the world. Next slide, please. Now, before you think of choosing an institution, you would like to understand whether you will be joining a quality organization, quality institution. And in that sense, our credentials, both domestically as well as internationally, is of importance as a prospective candidate. Now, you'll be happy to know that IIM Udaipur is listed, IIM Udaipur's Masters in Management program is listed among the top 100 in the world by Financial Times, which is a very respectable, reputable daily from the UK. Likewise, we are listed in the QS World University ranking, another very prestigious ranking, and we are ranked there for the third consecutive year. While in the Financial Times ranking, we are ranked for 4 consecutive years. So these are the 2 very reputable international rankings we have. In addition, we are accredited by Association to Advance Collegiate School of Business. We are the youngest institution in the world to have been accredited by AACSB in a span of just 6 to 7 years of our existence. Now, what does it mean to be AACSB accredited institution? Is to understand that only 5% of the business schools in the world have this accreditation, and we are one among them. Why I'm talking to you about all these rankings and accreditation is that it tells you, it communicates to you that whatever we do with a bias of quality and excellence. Next slide, please. Right, so let me quickly talk to you about the program structure. This is a program which gives you an MBA degree once you finish it. It's a one-year full-time program. It's an on-campus residential program. And you need 36 months of full-time work experience after your graduation to be able to apply in this program. So those with less than 3 years may not be able to apply. And in addition, you need a valid score of GRE, GMAT, or CAT, right? And I talked to you about 3 years of university education. at least 3 years of university education is a must to be able to apply in this program. One question that many of you have normally, and I can already see in the Q&A section, as to what is the cutoff, minimum cutoff for GMAT, GRE, or CAT. And I would like to say this. We do not have any minimum cutoff for any of these exam scores. So when we are evaluating the application for shortlisting, or for that matter, making decision to offer the admission into the program, we evaluate the application in holistic terms, where we look at scores in these tests, of course, but your performance in the academic performance, your quality of experience, and your performance in the interview. So all this put together is what we make a decision. So I would say like this: if you already have a valid score, or you're going to get one soon because of CAT, you don't need to overthink, and you just need to go ahead and apply, right? All right. Let's move to the next slide, please. Right. So what's the structure of the program? As I mentioned to you a while ago, this is a unique combination of the management subjects as well as supply chain subjects. So if you see on the left-hand side, once you join this program, you get to do whole host of management subjects, right? Like financial statement accounting, financial management, marketing, operations, strategy, communication. Whole host of management subjects are taught to you in the first term. In the second term of the program, you are taught courses specific to supply chain management, where you also get the opportunity to apply whatever you have learned in the first term in the management module. And in the second term, you get to do courses in supply chain management, logistics, and also some digital related courses such as IoT, artificial intelligence, and the like. And third term, you get to choose from a variety of elective courses which are offered commonly to the 2-year MBA program, digital program, supply chain program. These are typically perspective building courses. But what is the highlight of this program is also the fact that right in the second term, all the way up to the third term, you get to work on a live industry project where you get the opportunity to dirty your hands. Now, what I mean by dirty your hands is this. There is a live problem of the industry where you get to kind of solve it. And there is a mentor both from the institute as well as from the industry. And that sense, you can sharpen your skill of problem solving and decision making. So I think all this put together makes our program a unique program. Next slide, please. Yeah. Now, the institute, to make sure that the program is of high quality and excellence, the institution has set up a center dedicated to the issues of global supply chain management, so that we get advice from the industry leaders to kind of help in the improvement in the quality of the program. And today we are joined by the head of the center, Chandrasekhar, for the Center of Supply Chain and Global Supply Chain Management, and I request him to talk to you about the center and how it impacts the quality of the program. Over to you, Mr. Chandrasekhar.
Thank you, Rajesh, and good evening to all the participants. The Center for Supply Chain Management was established in 2019 with the basic idea of establishing IIM Udaipur's credentials as a thought leader in the field of supply chain. Now, we realized that for us to achieve this objective of ours, whatever we do in the institute with regard to supply chain must be aligned with what industry expects from an institute like IIM Udaipur and from the programs that it runs. So the basic mandate which was given to the center when it was started in 2019 was to enhance our collaboration with the industry. We feel very strongly that unless industry participates not only in this one-year MBA program, but in all other activities that the center undertakes in the area of supply chain, we would not be able to achieve that leadership position which we aspire to. So, like I said, that was the initial mandate given. How do we get industry involved in our institute? Can you go to the next slide, Mitusha? again, we realized pretty early on that for us to be able to achieve this objective, we need to be guided by industry. So we have formed an advisory board. The Center for Supply Chain has an advisory board, which is comprised of very eminent people from the field of supply chain. And their names are in front of you. We have Mr. Neeraj Ambani, who heads global supply chain in Reliance, Mr. Rizwan Sumar, who is the MD of DP World, which is in the line of shipping. We have Usha Shri, who is general manager at Manhattan, who develop applications in the area of warehousing. Sahil Barua was the founder of Delivery, which is one of the big logistics companies in India now. We have Mr. Paras Mehta from Accenture. He again heads the supply chain consulting vertical in Accenture. We have Mr. Binny Matthews, who is the global head of procurement, which is again a very key element of supply chain at Infosys. And we have Mr. Ramesh Ramakrishnan, who is the chairman of Transworld Group, based out of Dubai, which is one of the biggest ship owners in the world today. They are a big player in shipping and other logistics business. So we are very lucky to be having such a panel of eminent people who advise us, who are very involved with the institute. And just to give an example, since you are interested in the program, I will just elaborate on how they are involved with the program itself. Our curriculum has evolved massively over the last couple of years. And you would have seen from the list of courses which were shown in one of the earlier slides that we have a lot of technology courses on offer today. This is a change that has happened in the last couple of years because technology features now very, very prominently in supply chain. And this was again under the advice of the industry. We said, okay, these are the technology subjects. Our students need to be well versed with technology if they want to make a mark in the field of supply chain. That not only in the overall course itself, the number of courses or the type of courses, even in the content, we seek inputs from the advisory board very regularly in order to ensure that the curriculum of individual courses is aligned with what industry expects from the students who have undergone this program. So they are very, very, very actively involved in the functioning of the center, and more specifically in the structure that this program takes from time to time. Go to the next slide, Mitusha. Right. So, like I said, the center is responsible for fostering this relationship with industry, right? And the alliance is basically to ensure that we develop best practices, we're able to do carry out meaningful research in the area of supply chain. Professor Rajesh explained that there's a live project element as a part of the program. We depend on industry to give us meaningful supply chain projects, where again the industry has been very forthcoming in the last years that we have been offering this as a requirement of the program. And in order to ensure that our perspectives and practices meet the needs of industry, the students who go out of this program must be ready from day one to meet the challenges that they're likely to be faced with in the supply chain space. Next, please. So this is some of the companies where our alumni are working. This has become a very diverse list over the last couple of years. What was, basically operations-oriented roles has become much more diverse in the last couple of years. We are getting positions in strategy, we are getting positions in consulting, IT, application development. Operations, of course, continues to be a major part of the recruitment of supply chain professionals. Analytics now is a very, very popular area. We expose our students to analytics so that they're able to meet the needs of industry in this particular area. And some very, very interesting roles are coming up in the analytics and product management space. So, and some of the companies, they're all very, very eminent, big companies in these specific areas where they function. Next, please. These are some of the typical roles that are on offer. Like I said, strategy, operations, product management, core supply chain consulting, right? So they are a variety of roles which are on offer. And this has become only more and more diverse as each year passes by. And I'm quite excited at the variety which is now available to the students of this program. Now, in addition to making you experts in the field of supply chain, we want this 1 year, which is possibly the last year when you will be able to spend in a full-time program. We want it to be transformational in many ways. And many elements of the program will facilitate you to undertake this transformational journey. And we thought, who better than a person who is undergoing the program now to talk to you about her experience, what her experience has been with regard to transforming herself as an individual. So Mitusha, why don't you take over and tell us what your experiences are, Mitusha?
Thank you, sir. So I would like to throw some light at what is to live here at IIM Udaipur. What is the life here at IIM Udaipur? It is a transformation experience in a way that you get an umbrella of learning. Now, what do I mean by umbrella? You get to learn accounting, finance, global supply chain, analytics, and many more things. The faculty are experts with industry experience, and their valuable insights on the latest industry trends are really helpful in understanding the subjects. Along with the academics, there is a learning and development team which helps you prepare for the interviews as well as whatever kind of careers you want to pursue ahead. There are also captain series sessions arranged by the PlaceCom committee where industry leaders from different types of sectors come and address our batch. Also, most of them are our recruiters going ahead. Myself, I am an electrical engineer, which I had no supply chain background before coming here, and it's been a smooth journey till now. Also, the myths that everyone see when it comes to supply chain jobs, like you will be sitting in warehouse or factories, it is again the choice of the candidate, what kind of career it wants to pursue ahead. You get a lot of opportunities, as even Chandrasekhar sir explained the different kind of roles you're getting offered. And also the opportunities and the learning for the female and male is equal over here. You get the similar opportunities over here. So it is nothing restricted that it is a male industry, I would say. It's a beautiful campus where you get to interact with students in all the programs, and also you get a networking opportunities with the strong alumni base that the college has. So going forward now, I would like to invite Chandrasekhar sir to talk about the placements.
Yeah, can you go to the next slide? Yeah, this was the placement data for the last year. Our entire batch was placed much before the end of the program. The average compensation which they were able to attract from industry was in the region of about 20.7, almost 21 lakhs. Towards the left of the slide, you will see the companies which have been recruiting. We expect most of these companies to come back this year and hope to attract newer companies also to come and have a look at our supply chain program. As you all are aware, supply chain is a very, very popular subject these days, and industry is looking at such specialized programs, and IIMU is able to attract very good companies to come and recruit from this program. Yeah, next. Now, this live project element is something which we are very excited about, and which is again pretty unique to this program. Just to give some clarity, this is not a project which you will undertake physically being present with the organization. No, you will continue to be on campus because the other elements of the program will go on concurrently. But you will be able to interact very closely with the company in which you're working on this project. This year, again, we have about 10 different companies which have offered us projects from various types of industries. We have Tech Mahindra from the automobile industry. We have Mahindra & Mahindra itself from the automobile industry, which is giving us some exciting projects on sustainable supply chains, right? We have application development like ONI Solutions has given us, Infosys has given us consulting projects, Delivery has given us some logistics projects. So again, it's a wide variety of projects. And the best thing about this project is that you will be able to apply all the theoretical inputs which have been given to real-time situations being faced by the organization. And I would implore all of you, when you come and join the course, to look at this very seriously. This is possibly the biggest value you will get out of the program when you're given the opportunity to work with companies on real-time situations, right? So these are the types of projects. Some projects we have done in the social sector also, with working with NGOs. We have helped them set up some inventory management systems. We have worked in the area of public health in Rajasthan in doing some supply chain projects, which have been very well received. In fact, many of our suggestions have been implemented as policy by the Rajasthan government. So our students have done some great work with these projects, and we are very excited with this element of the program. Now I give it back to Professor Rajesh, who will talk to you more about why you should be looking at this program. Over to you, Rajesh.
Thank you very much. So in summary, we'd like to say this, that if you're considering why you should join this program at IIM Udaipur, so we believe it's a unique program because which combines the management concept with supply chain management context. You get to earn an MBA degree. The program is heavily industry oriented, both in its design and delivery. And IIM Udaipur is a premier institution globally, where we have been ranked and accredited by global institutions. So if you think that your career goals are similar to what is being offered in this program, then perhaps this could be a good match for you, and it's something that you have to think through whether it aligns well with your career ambitions. But before we take up the Q&A section, I would like to amplify a couple of points. One is with respect to the, your background. You need to have interest in supply chain in the future. Your background in supply chain is not important. As Mitusha herself mentioned, she's an electrical engineer. We have had students from literature background, from social sector background, who all join these programs, right? So what matters is your interest and not your background. The other thing is about the perception about the supply chain role is that you're going to be sitting in a warehouse or doing some logistical work. As you can see from our slide presented a while ago, more than 50% of the graduates go in management consulting roles. So it's a misconception that this is not suitable for female candidates, or it is a back-end job or things of that kind. This is primarily an MBA degree and you do managerial roles, and you could be sitting anywhere. All right, so now I would request Mitusha to take over the Q&A section. And on this slide, we have shared the email contact with you. While we will attempt to answer all the questions, but in case we are not able to, or you still have some subsequent questions, you're very welcome to write to us at the number flashing on your screen, or for that matter, call us at the phone number that you see there. And I would request you to take a screenshot because we will be stopping the PowerPoint presentation in a moment. So I encourage all of you to take a screenshot. But
Rajesh, before we start the Q&A, one point which I missed out, which I'm very sorry. One of the facilities which we are setting up at the institute is a supply chain lab, which again, it's one of a kind lab which we are establishing at the institute. Like I said, technology plays a very important role in supply chain, and our students are expected to be comfortable with technology when they go out and work with their respective organizations. Many of you may not have had a chance to work on technology in your earlier jobs. So we thought we should set up a lab which will enable you to dirt your hands by working on technology, which will help you when you go and work with your respective companies. So we will be commissioning the center very soon now. In a couple of months, we have the physical infrastructure has already been set up. The hardware is now being put in place. And we are very excited about the opportunity this will afford to our students of working on contemporary technology in the area of supply chain. So this is an important aspect. I'm sorry, I missed it out when I was talking about the various activities of the center. Yeah, over to Mitusha for the Q&A.
So Mitusha, you can stop sharing the PPT and we will go over to the Q&A section. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Great.
So the first question is from an anonymous attendee. GMAT score required for the program. He's asking if it is necessary.
So what is necessary is either a GMAT score, GRE score, or a CAT score. CAT score of 2023 exam is also valid, which means you can apply only after the results are published in January. If you mean what is the minimum score, I have already mentioned that we are not looking at anything minimum. So if you have a score, go ahead and apply.
The next question is from Saiket. I have a 5.7 months of experience filled for CAT. What is the cutoff?
So I'm not going to take that question on cutoff. 5.7 years of experience Absolutely, you are eligible to apply. Let me tell you one more thing about experience, because I can see many of you have asked that question in relation to experience. 3 years is the minimum experience to apply in the program. There is nothing like a maximum. Anybody can apply beyond 3 years. But what we have realized over the last 10 years of running this program is this. People between the experience of 3 to 10 years are relatively easy to get a placement. Anybody with more than 10 years of experience, is very, very difficult, almost impossible to get a placement support. So in fact, anybody with more than 10 years of experience, if you are looking for a placement, then I would discourage you from applying in this program, because it's not possible for us to get a placement. But if you are anything in the range of 3 to 10 years of experience, you're very welcome to apply with placement. The only situation where you can apply with more than 10 years of experience is that you are coming only to study and you're not looking for a placement. Like you're a self-employed person, or you're coming from a sabbatical. So then you're most welcome to apply, but in which case placement will not be feasible. Go ahead.
The next question is from Jay Sharma. He's asking, the question is regarding both GSCM and DEM. He's applying from the same form. So I'm writing SOP and I want to apply for both. Do I need to write a joint SOP?
I'll take this question. So first of all, Jayesh, there are different forms for the GSM and DEM. You are filling a different application form for both the program. So you, for the SOP also, obviously SOP is your statement of purpose for the program. And first of all, SOP is not, we are not requiring any SOP for the program. We are requiring a video profile which you need to upload in the application form. So there is no need of SOP. You need to create a video profile, and surely for both the program, you have to create a different video profile, because you have to mention your interest for the program and why you want to do that program. So that is different for both the program.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is again from an anonymous attendee. What kind of roles do students get after the completion of the course?
Of course, we have already discussed this, but just to elaborate, it's pretty diverse type of roles. It could be supply chain consulting roles. It could be product management roles. It could be hardcore supply chain operations roles. It could be, what else is there? Analytics roles. So there are great variety of roles which are available and for which our students are being considered. So the variety is not the issue at all.
Thank you, sir. There's again an anonymous question. What are the qualities that IIM Udaipur look for in a candidate willing to pursue GSCM program?
So you would like to take that?
Yeah, like we said, we're looking at a candidate from a total perspective, not any one individual aspect like your score or your performance in the interview. We're looking at the whole picture. What we try to ascertain is that what is your interest in supply chain? Like we said, background in supply chain is not a requirement to apply to this course, but you need to have an aptitude and an interest in that subject. That is what we try to ascertain. If you've crossed the initial stage where we find that your other attributes are okay and you can be called for an interview, during the interview, this is what we by and large try to assess. And of course, your soft skills like the ability to communicate your thoughts with clarity, your analytical ability given a situation, how are you able to respond to that? These are the things. But primary, I would say, is we try to assess, are you really interested in supply chain? And can we see that passion from the interview that we take with you?
Thank you, sir. There's again an anonymous question. What is the conversion ratio? Number of people applying for the GSCM program divided by the number of people getting the admission?
That is something that we can't share in webinar, unfortunately.
So Jayesh is asking one more question. He has a mechanical background. So how will be his journey in that?
What is a simple and easy doubt you have? I'm not unable to understand that. You have a simple and easy doubt. Yeah, a lot of mechanical engineers have undergone this program, and I don't see any reason why they should have any special handicap or any special advantage in undergoing. All of them have equal opportunities. They learn from the same professors. They learn from the same subjects. So the opportunities are pretty similar.
Thank you, sir. There's one more anonymous question. I have applied for the GSCM in the cycle 2. When can I expect the interview call?
I'll take this. So the cycle 2 is ending on 20th October. So after the cycle ends, you may receive a communication about your application within a 1 week.
Thank you, ma'am. There's a question from Saurabh Bharadwaj. Sir, I've completed B Electrical from the Institution of Engineers India in the year 2010 through distance education. Am I eligible? As well, I have 11 years of work experience in a public sector organization in UP. Will I be considered for the placement program? If shortlisted, will be attending the same while on education leave, as it is facility available here.
I'll take the first part. Regarding your degree, sort of we recommend that you send your mark sheet, share your mark sheet with the admission office. The distance education is valid, but there are some criteria you have to check for the distance mark sheet. Regarding the second part, Rajesh sir, you like to throw some light?
Sorry, I missed that one. Last one. What was the question?
Yes, sir. As well, I have 11 years of experience in a public sector organization. Will I
11.
be considered for the placement program? And there's also option he's saying there's a education leave available. So,
Okay, so if education leave is available, then you can apply as a sabbatical candidate. What it means is that in the admission portal, there are two choices you have to make. I mean, you have to make a choice with respect to how you want to apply in the program. Either as a candidate seeking placement or as a candidate coming on a sabbatical. So I would urge you to apply through a sabbatical route, right? So in which case your number of years of experience doesn't have any problem because you are not looking for a placement support, right? I hope it clarifies that you can apply through a sabbatical route on the admission portal. If you have any further query, please post it here again, and otherwise you can always write to us.
thank you, sir. The next question is from Ravi. Any business owner can join the program?
I'll take
First, and then I will go to Tannu. Actually, there is absolutely any business owner can also join the program, right? Because you are looking to learn the concepts of supply chain and apply it in your business. Now, with respect to your documentation that is required, I will come back to Mr. Bhatt.
Yeah, sure, sir. So for your entrepreneurship document, you required a set of documents which required to prove your self startup. You can write to us in this regard. We'll share you the list of documents, and you can provide the documents accordingly. One more thing maybe with the question, I think he has a doubt that if you are joining the program, for the program that time you cannot indulge in any other profession. You have to be here in the campus. It's a full-time program.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is from Apurva. Hello, sir. Is IIM still in collaboration with the Purdue University?
No, we don't have that collaboration anymore. We had that collaboration up until 2019. From 2020 onwards, we are running this program completely independently.
Thank you, sir. The next is an anonymous question. What is your opinion on the future of the supply chain industry?
Very bright, I would think. In addition to having a huge domestic market, the world is looking at India very closely as a country which can possibly iron out a lot of supply chain issues, especially after the pandemic. A lot of focus is now on India. So I would say supply chain has a very, very bright future for the country as a whole.
And also, given the complexity of the geopolitics that we see all the time, supply chain issues are becoming even more important than they were before because we are talking about pandemic, global disruption, and whatnot. And then supply chain can be hugely disruptive and can be a great aid to an organization who can plan and think through it. So it has a bright future.
Thank you, sir. The next question is an anonymous question. Will the interview be conducted online or offline?
It's an online process. The interview will be conducted on a online platform.
The next question is, does the degree certificate awarded specify that it is an MBA degree in GSCM, or does it award an MBA degree?
Tannu? It is an
Yeah,
MBA
sure.
in Global Supply Chain Management.
It's
The
a
degree
it's an
is
MBA
MBA,
degree in global supply chain management.
right.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is from Ashwinder Singh. Ashwinder Singh, work experience in Merchant Navy around 9 years. He's 34 years of age. Will I be suitable for the cohort and the GMAT cutoff, please?
Yeah, as far as your eligibility and with the 9 years experience, you should be fit for this program. We have had Merchant Navy people who worked in Merchant Navy in the past, and they have had no problem underway in the program as well as getting placed. So I don't see any big issue. You will be. And I think the GMAT cutoff question has already been answered. We don't have a cutoff as such. We look at the application in its totality.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from Pushkar. Can you please specify the fees for this program?
So the fee for
The
the
fees of the program is, yeah, the fees of the program is 22 lakh 75,000. The bifurcation of the fees is available on the website. You can see the fees and financing section to get more details about the fees.
And if I may take one more minute on this, the 22.75 lakh fee is inclusive of your tuition fee, your living expenses, your food bill, your library access. So it's a total, and we provide you the material and everything. So it is all encompassing fee, and there is nothing on top of that.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from Ambalika. I have a GRE at home test score. Is it acceptable?
Yes, it is acceptable.
The next question is, I have a total of 3.5 years of experience as a full-time employee, but due to COVID, our exams got delayed, and I finished my exams in November 2020. Will my experience during the graduation also be considered?
No, means regarding the experience, it is mentioned that you should have 3 years of full-time work experience after your graduation. So the experience will be countable after you completed your graduation. Then after that, the 3 years of experience will be countable.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is from Akram. 3.5 years of experience in export family business. Will this program help me landing a job in the supply chain or operations?
You're on
Chandrasekhar, sir, you're mute.
In export family business, will this program help me in landing a job in supply chain? I really can't answer that point blank from this bit of information. A lot of it will be added during your program. The expertise and your interest will be built up on the subject during the program and the courses you undertake. Only after that, you will have to first of all decide whether you want what sort of a job you want. But yeah, the export family business itself will make you eligible for getting a job in supply chain.
Thanks. The next question is from Praveen. What is the batch strength and diversity?
So, we are planning to have approximately 60 students join the program in the next batch. As far as diversity is concerned, I think approximately 20% of the students are female candidates, if you mean the gender diversity. We're talking about diversity in terms of skill sets or background. This is a diverse group coming from all over the country. Yeah.
The next question is, what all aspects should be covered in the video profile?
Yeah, I'll take this. So, as per the aspects, there are not particular aspects which we are looking for the video profile. It's a self-introductory video profile where you can introduce yourself. You can tell about your education background, why you're looking for this program, and what interests you for this program. So you can cover up this thing.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is, if I apply and make it to the final list, then what would be the last date to withdraw from the course with a full refund?
Let me start with that. If you are offered an admission into the program and you are asked to pay a commitment fee of 1 lakh within 2 weeks of getting the offer. Once you have paid the commitment fee of 1 lakh, that commitment fee is non-refundable. That will never be refunded. Then approximately in 1.5 months time period, you are expected to pay the first installment of the program fees, which of course we have a tie-up with State Bank of India, and they can help you take a loan if should you need one. But once you have paid the full first term tuition fee of approximately 7 lakhs, I recall, and you would decide to withdraw from the program, you can decide to withdraw up until 31st of March am I right, Tannu? Up
Yeah,
until
sure.
31st of March by going onto a portal and giving a request for the refund of the fee. But 1 lakh commitment fee will never be refunded.
Thank you, sir. The next question is operations management a part of the supply chain management?
It is, and we have a full course in operations management as a part of the curriculum in term 1.
Next question is from Jayesh. As you mentioned, there is a scope of working on live projects. Do we have scope of international exposure as well? Maybe in the international industry or university or these some other way?
No, we do
Actually,
not. Yeah,
yeah,
sorry.
go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
we do not have any sort of international immersion or international university tie-up, because we believe, given the fact that a lot of action is happening in supply chain management within the country, and there is no need for us to collaborate with any international university on this front.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from Avinash. I have 7 years of work ex and earning around average package. What is the probability that I will get more salary after investing in the program?
Want
to take that, Rajesh? I think our average rise was, what was it?
21 lakhs approximately. So it's like this, Avinash, you have 7 years of experience, is a sweet spot. Lots of our students have 7 years of experience, not an issue. You are having an average package. I don't know what that means, but what is going to be the likely package? Also very difficult to predict for everybody. But our average compensation for the previous batch was 20.7 lakhs. So, it is expected that by and large, everybody, gets a significant jump is what we have seen in the past years from the compensation that they were drawing before the program and after the program. So I hope same is true of you if you were to join this program.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from Praveen. Does cycles in admission matter? Can I apply in any other cycle and my
selection chances are the same?
Yeah, so what she read the last sentence, can I apply in any cycle and my selection chances are the same? I'll take this question. So there are 5 cycles in the program. Currently, the second cycle is on. If I were in your position and if I have a valid score, I would apply immediately. I will not wait for the last cycle. Why should I wait if I have a valid score? If I do not have a valid score and I have written or I'm going to write CAT this year or I'm going to write GMAT, then as soon as I have the score, I should apply. Now, having said that, we do not have a specific number of seats for any cycle. We are looking for good students. Whenever we get them, we have them. So in that sense, sooner you apply, the better it is for you.
The next question is, sir, kindly share some info with respect to the placement team.
Yeah,
Companies for placement, or is there a dedicated thing?
No. Can you read it again, Mitusha? You froze.
Yes, sir, sure. Kindly share some info with respect to the placement team, whether students are reaching out to companies for the placement or is there a dedicated team for the same?
Let me take this. So, there is a student-driven placement team. On top of that, we have a professional placement team, which are the institute's employees. And together they work on the placement, which is a very unique placement support, which may not be there everywhere. So, the placement team professionally run by the institute along with the students take care of the placement activity.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am, this is a question. Will internship count as an experience?
No, the internship will not be count as a full-time experience.
But one thing is that if you have received any compensation during the internship, and then do share the details with us and we'll come back to you.
The next question is, sir, I am a civil engineer of 2012 BTech batch and have 12 years of work experience. I am a quality control. I'm in the quality control department. Is it really help my
future working career?
Mitusha, you froze in the last couple of sentences. Can you read that again?
Yes, sir, sure. I am from the quality and control department. Is it really help my future working career? Is any online course available?
Would like to take that, Chandra?
Like Professor Rajesh has been mentioning, up to 10 years, we find it, it is possible to place candidates. Beyond 10 years, it is a challenge and we find it extremely difficult to position candidates with more than 10 years. So given that you have 12 years experience, our advice would be to look at other opportunities, right? This may not be the right course for you. As regards online courses, there's nothing on offer now. We may have some courses which we're going to be offering online very soon, but I really can't commit on that at this point in time.
The next question is from Jitu Singh, sir. I have exact 10 years of WorkX. By the time I will give the GMAT, my WorkX would become 11. Can I get placement opportunity and shall I apply for the admission process?
Jitu ji, I would like to request that, maybe this is not the program for you because getting a placement will be extremely hard with, 11 years of experience. So maybe there are other programs where, this kind of experience, there's a placement opportunity, but it may not be a good idea to apply for this program.
Ma'am, there's a question. Is there any accommodation available for family member in case of a married student?
So accommodation, family accommodation. The accommodation for spouse is available for the in accommodation, but it's in family only. A spouse accommodation is available with the candidate.
If you have children,
children are not allowed to come and stay on campus. Only spouses are allowed to come and stay on campus.
Thank you, sir. The next question is from Vinod Kumar. What versatile knowledge will we acquire apart from the subjects during the 1-year tenure in the GSCM program at IIM Udaipur?
Let me take this. So when you do this program, while the domain expertise that you acquire is of supply chain, basically, but at the end of the day, you are basically becoming an MBA, right? Now, MBA means what? Somebody who can solve problems and take decisions. In fact, we call our program a transformational journey experience. In fact, during the program, you also get coaching support to think through what are your career aspirations, what is it that you want to achieve in life, and how this program can help you achieve what are your career aspirations. Are your career aspirations not in line with the program? So many of these questions are being discussed during the program. And you get out from the program, graduate from the program as a different person, as an evolved individual, where your ability to think through things, ability to understand the big picture in the organization, all that improves in a significant way. So it's very hard to kind of put a number or quantify what exactly is your learning outcome. But most of our students who have gone through the program, they have admitted and they say that they have felt like, when they walk out of the campus compared to the point they came in, they are a completely different individual. So in that sense, the learning outcomes are tremendous.
Just to add to what Professor Rajesh said, we also have a number of clubs to which you can become members.
Yes.
Through working in these clubs, you can expand your knowledge in terms of your organizational abilities. It gives you huge opportunities to work with other students of other programs and enhance on the versatility aspect which you were talking about. So the clubs is another way by which you can add value to yourself.
Thank you, sir. The next question is, I'm applying in the phase 2. As of now, my WorkX post-graduation is 2 years and 10 months. Should I wait and apply in phase 3 or can I apply now?
I'll take this question. So first of all, we need a full-time 36 months of experience till February 2024. So right now, if you're having 2 years, 10 months of experience, so by then you will complete your 3 years of experience and you can apply in this cycle also. You don't have to wait for the next cycle.
Right. So no need to wait. No need to wait till the next cycle.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is from Manish Jha. Will GMAT focus edition be acceptable?
Yes, the GMAT focus edition is acceptable, but once if you got offered from the institute, you need to send it the score from the official website mba.com.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is, I'm applying in the phase 2.
I think this is the same question. We have answered it.
Question,
Yeah,
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
This was the last question, sir, which I can view.
Great.
So, so while there have been, as you can see, there have been many questions in the webinar, and it's possible we might have skipped some question inadvertently. So in case your question is not answered, you're very welcome to write to us and we'll be glad to come back to you. And I would like to say this in the closing that, I can imagine that as an aspirant, you have this thought in your mind as to what would be the appropriate score and am I the right fit and those kinds of questions. And I would like to mention that, if you have a valid score, the best way to move forward is to just go and apply. And then, very quickly you will know whether you are shortlisted or not. And then you move forward through the process of the admission. So overthinking may not be of great help. I mean, applying is the next big step that you can do. As regards the background is concerned, we are not fussy or we are not looking for any specific background, right? Any background is welcome so long as you are interested in the field of supply chain. That's what matters the most, right? And that's it. So if you think this program aligns with what your basically career goals and aspirations are, please go ahead and apply. And I would like to wish you all the best. And thanks so much for joining this webinar this evening. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all my co-panelists this evening.
Sure.
Thank you so much and have a good evening.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you and best wishes to all.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.